Hey everyone, my name is Oakley Callahan, and I am the administrator for Coleman Electric that takes care of Operation Roundup. Today we're going to go over how to log into your account, some submission and photo upload troubleshooting, and just different ways that you can help yourself if you're having any issues logging in or submitting a grant. First, we're going to cover the login information. First, we need to make sure you're on the Operation Roundup website. You can make sure you're there by scanning this QR code. If for some reason you're unable to reach the Operation Roundup website, it's okay. Just email operationroundup@colemanec.com. If you're having any issues with your password and you've forgotten your password, that's totally okay. Click the Forgot Password button on the top left side and complete the form. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Email operationroundup@colemanec.com. Make sure you email the Operation Roundup email and not my email. Some of y'all use my email sometimes, just to make sure it gets to the right place. We have a similar process for the forgot username. So just click the forgot username button on the top left side and complete the form. Same thing. If that doesn't work, it's okay. Make sure you email operationroundup@colemanec.com. If you're a new teacher, you create your own Operation Roundup account and you need to make sure you use your school issued email address for your username. You can do that by clicking the Register New Teacher button on the top right corner of the Operation Roundup website page. Another common question or problem that comes up is teachers will already have an Operation Roundup account, but they may move schools. If this is you, don't apply for a grant under the wrong school because then there's not really a lot we can do about it and then we can't issue the funds. Before you apply, make sure you email operationroundup@colemanec.com and make sure you let us know your name, your email, your old school, and your new school. We'll get that changed right over and we'll normally keep your same login unless your email's changed and we'll send you that new information right over. Now we're going to go over some submission information. There are three common causes for why a grant doesn't submit. So we're going to go over those three things just so that you understand how to prevent these issues. Step one to make sure your grant submits properly is type it in a Word document. Type everything that you would put into the grant request in a Word document and then copy and paste it all over into the grant request online. Sometimes the site will glitch and your grant won't submit, and this saves you from having to try to remember what you put. Also, it's your responsibility to keep up with what you requested. So, a lot of teachers will email us asking us what they requested, and it's your responsibility to know that and communicate it with your bookkeeper or your administrator. So, this typing it in a Word document helps you by keeping documentation of what you requested. Next is character limits. This is another good reason to go ahead and type it in a Word document because it's a lot easier to track characters in a Word document than it is in the grant request. Here is the character limit breakdown for each field. And if these aren't followed, the grant will not submit. You may get an error message, you may not. You may think it would submit it and it didn't. So just make sure you're following these character limit breakdowns. Finally, we're going to go over, did my grant submit? Get a lot of questions from teachers. Did my grant submit? I don't know if my grant submitted. Well, the good news is you can figure that out for yourself through the grant application page. When a grant is properly submitted, it shows up at the bottom under the Grants Pending Approval by Operation Roundup Board section. If you want to be double sure, the best thing to do is submit your grant. Make sure you press submit. Then log out of your Operation Roundup account and then log back in and scroll down to where it says Grants Pending Approval by the Operation Roundup Board. If your grant request is sitting there, then you know that your grant submitted and we have it. Next, we're going to go over troubleshooting the photo upload section. This is a very common question I get, and a lot of teachers have issues with it, so I'm hoping this will help. Here are some important photo upload disclaimers to make sure you understand what's required for the photo that's uploaded to prevent any issues. You can only upload one photo. It must be a JPEG or PNG file. Those are image files. So no PDFs. Remember, no PDFs. You must complete all fields first before you do the photo upload process. And if you have multiple photos and you're concerned because you can only upload one, the best way to do this is to copy and paste all those photos into a Word document or a Google document, and then just take a little screenshot and place it in the uploads option because it will already be an image file if you take a screenshot. Remember to complete all fields first. This is the area here circled in red. Next, you're going to select your file to upload. Make sure you press that Choose File button. Next, a browser will pop up for you to select a file. Make sure you select the image that you wish to attach. To make sure you've got the right file where it should be, you should make sure that the file name for the file you've selected is next to the words Choose File. Look here in this red circle. Once you've confirmed that the right file is next to the Choose File button, select Upload File. At that point, the page will reload. It looks a little bit like a glitch, and the image will appear at the bottom. If it doesn't appear, something's wrong. You may have the wrong image file, or something may be too large. And just try again. If you continue to have issues, you can always email us at operationroundup@colemanec.com. Once you've uploaded your file successfully and you've seen it at the bottom, make sure you press that Submit Grant button. Make sure that button gets selected. Sometimes it gets a little confusing because the Submit Grant button is technically above the successful photo upload. Then let's double check to make sure that the grant's submitted. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but we'll go over it again. Once the grant is submitted successfully, it will appear at the bottom like pictured below. If it does not appear, then the grant did not submit and you need to resubmit the grant. As always, if you have any questions or issues troubleshooting after watching this video, please email us at operationroundup@colemanec.com. We are always happy to help.